Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here doing a TWS podcast and I'm here with two special guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name's Mo.mvlla.
Miles.
And today we're going to discuss the modelling industry because obviously them two are models. So that's what we're going to talk about. Anyways, you guys want to briefly tell us what brands you've worked with before?
Off the top of my head, I've done Burberry, Stone Island, Dolce & Gabbana, Next, H&M, couple others, but that's all I can think about.
Come on.
Yeah, what about you?
I have done Dior, Kenzo, Selfridges, New York Times, couple others I can't think of at the top of my head right now.
So like, you know when models have like different countries in their bios on Instagram with like one with one agency, like what does that mean? Because I don't get it.
It means they're represented by the same agency from different countries, or if they have a different agency and they put the flag to it, that means they're represented by that agency in that country, you know?
Oh, so like, does it mean that if you was to like go to another country, you'll be working with brands in that country?
You'll be working with brands in that country and you'll be working with different agents and different...
Oh,
you know?
So does that mean that you have like different agents? Like you have more than one agent?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I've got a mother agent who's like your personal agent in New York, and he kind of oversees all the other agencies, so I don't have to do a lot of talking or running about, you know?
Oh, is it the same with you as well?
Well, my agency, like I'm a mother agency basically.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, what's mother? Are you guys saying mother?
Yeah, mother agency. That's what they call it for some reason. I guess they're supposed to be motherly, innit? Like my previous agency in London was my mother agent, and whoever you sign with at the start is by default your mother agent. But there are agencies that are just meant to be only mother agents. They don't do bookings. They don't do none of that. They just help communicate with the agent or make sure everything runs smoothly, you know?
Fair enough. So, like, you know, when you first started, obviously you had that short hair.
Mm-hmm.
So, was growing out, like the process of growing out your hair, did that, like, reduce the chances of you getting any jobs?
Nah, it got me more jobs, to be honest. I only grew it out because it was COVID. There was no barbers around, innit? And I was like, I either dye my hair, dye my waves, my short hair, which would have been a bad idea, or I grew it out. And naturally, it just did its own thing. And I think the way the industry is going at the moment, they kind of like the whole Afrocentric look, you know what I mean? They like the Afro, the everything, braids. I think they like me with longer hair so they could do more with it, if it's a show or if it's a shoot, you know?
Oh, so like, did they actually like change your afro?
Yeah.
So like, you don't always have it like an afro?
Yeah, they could braid it. They could give you that little like childish Gambino side part, you know what I mean? Literally, they could do what they want.
Oh, okay. And you said how you started during COVID time, isn't it?
No, I started... My first show was in, I want to say January or February of 2020, but I got signed in September 2019. And then when you first start out in modelling, I'm not sure if you had this experience, but like the way it usually goes is it takes a couple of months for things to pick up.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? You have to do some magazines. Magazines are free, by the way. Majority of the time, you do not get paid. There's been times where I've been paid by a magazine, but it's mainly free. But yeah, so take your time, build up your portfolio, and then brands start to work with you.
Oh, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend modelling to people?
You want to answer that question?
For me, I'd say like 7, 8. Like whenever someone tells me there's an opportunity for them to do modelling, I'm like, go for it, because if you can do it, do it. Like it's easy money. Like whilst we're young, you don't really have to do much. You don't have to like work overly hard, in my opinion. So for me, I do kind of recommend it, but obviously,
I would say, if someone comes up to you, that's like, probably a 9 or 10 if you got a good head on your shoulders and you know what you want to do. But if you just want to get into it, it can get complicated or You know
It's
what
not
I
as
mean?
easy if you're trying to get into it.
Like
But
that guy in school that everybody thought was attractive, but he's like 5'10".
Nah, like,
You know?
like
You gotta be
people
at least
asking-
6 foot to get into it. And that.
people asking me like, can they be a model? And they're 5'10", 5'9",
Yeah.
like.
Sometimes it's insulting. I'll be honest. It's insulting.
Do you guys ever like tell them like if
Man.
like your friends?
I mean, some people ask me, I'm just like you can't be in there telling me, they know my man who's a model, he's 5'10", all this. I'm saying, okay, ask him then. I don't know.
You know what I mean? I don't know that special power still.
Literally, I haven't met anyone under 6 foot that's a model. So.
I think sometimes it's a bit insulting, let me be real, because some people look at me, but he's a model. I could do that. I could be that. If this guy, look at him. Bro. It's not that thing. You don't necessarily have to look good, you know? I think it's,
I get
you
you.
have to look unique
Yeah.
and have
More or
like the
less.
right body and height.
100%.
But then I also feel like I also feel like when people want to get into modeling, like did you see like the fact that like you said it's quick? Do you say quick money or easy money? I can't remember. Easy money.
The agencies could take months to pay.
Yeah, I feel like people don't know like the whole process about like how long it takes for you to actually get jobs and stuff like that. And
I'll say I kind of disagree in a way with easy money, you know. I would say definitely like, oh yeah, you take a photo, you get paid, but there's so much to go around it. Like if you're running a fashion week, you have to do endless castings
Fair enough.
to try to get a job, you know what I mean? Or like I did one job, they woke me up at 4 a.m. and finished the next day at 12 with a 15-minute break. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So there were times where I done a campaign for that particular job. I was in and out of that in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Decent money. That was easy.
Yeah,
and then there were like harder aspects to it. You know?
I just feel like in my experience so far, obviously for me, it has been kind of like an easier route. Like I signed, obviously it was during COVID, so it was second lockdown. Did Stone Island campaign, did Burberry. Obviously I was with Burberry for like a year and a half, and I was with the Burberry team. I knew the Burberry team. So like the work was always easy. Kind of at Burberry, like there would be days I would just be sitting around doing nothing, getting paid.
I feel you.
So that's kind of why I say easy money. But yeah, there is like the harder side to it, going to castings, like not booking jobs, like not having money for months if you haven't booked jobs, because obviously it's not
100%.
nothing's guaranteed in modelling. So
That's why you save your money, you know what I mean? Because
100,
another
100.
COVID could pop out of nowhere. And then you're like, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's like that.
that'll be tough. But what do you guys like better out of doing shows, campaigns, and is it something?
E-coms. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to e-com, I don't know about you, but that's like the most the office job of the industry. I don't want to say boring, but the office job. You know, they might give you 40 to 60 items of clothing, and you're there from 9 to 5. You know, and you just get your lunch. It's pretty boring.
Isn't that kind of fun though? Like trying on different clothing
It was
and stuff
fun
like
the
that.
first day.
Yeah,
You know, then you're just like, what would you say?
For me, I feel like campaigns are quite cool. They go on like billboards and whatnot, magazines. So I do like that the money is good from what I've seen. Obviously, shows are a good experience as well. Like, you meet a lot of people.
Yeah. You see people you never thought you'd see, you know. 100%. And in London, Burberry is as big as it gets. There's not many brands anymore. It's a fashion capital, but you know, London Fashion Week isn't the same way it used to be,
100%,
innit? But I think campaigns, when we're talking financial benefit, it's fun. But when it comes to actually doing something, performing, Runway is always like that rush of adrenaline. You know, I don't think I pronounced it right, but yeah.
100.
So like, you know, with Runaways, I always wondered, like, do you guys have different walks for different brands?
100%. Everybody has their own unique walk.
Oh.
Everybody has their own unique walk. Your agent will tell you to walk like this when you first start off.
Yeah.
But it will develop into your own. Everybody get their own style and kind of pop to it. Some people, you're just like, oh, that's a funny walk, you know what I mean? But it passes, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm still developing mine. I think I got like a proper solid walk last fashion week, but then another 3 months passed until the next season, and it was going to be a bit rusty, you know? I should practice a bit more.
So what, like, do you be practicing at home or anything? Like, do you guys ever?
Nah, for me, like, I don't really try to think about it too much. I just literally just go out and walk. Like, If I overthink it, I'll just
Yeah, if you overthink it, you're gonna do a 2-step. You don't want to do a 2-step. Bop on one leg, mate. You don't want to do that.
You as well. You just have to like tunnel vision. Just
yeah, man. I think about pizza. I'm be real. I'm on the runway. I'm not thinking about my walk. You can't. You're gonna have to let it flow naturally. Make sure your head's up, your neck's back, your shoulders back. Think about pizza.
Because have you guys seen? I can't remember with what brand he was with yet, but there was a girl. I think it was multiple girls. They were like walking like high heels, and they kept like they basically you seen it.
Did they have like fire on the background?
I did not remember.
Yeah.
But
that could have been the ground. All their shoes, but it could have been.
Yeah, I think it was the shoes. I don't know, but they just kept like not walking straight. And like, so if someone messes up the walk, when you guys go back to like,
I haven't experienced
oh, you haven't.
it.
Yeah. Well, not obviously not you guys personally, but like, have you guys ever been in a show where it has happened and then?
My friend's been in a show in Milan, and the floor was, I don't know what it was made out of, but it's like they were slipping they had banana slips on the floor, you know. And constantly back to back in many different slips, like variations of it. And all like some of the girls, they went backstage just crying and that. Oh. And that's not funny. That is not funny. But it wasn't their fault. Yeah. It was the ground.
Yeah.
And my friend didn't slip, and that's all he told me. And like,
well, lucky him, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Hey, I didn't slip the guess like that. But it is a fear, I think. You ever thought about it?
100, but I feel like all you can worry about, like, when you're walking, on runway, all I worry about is like me and the people in front of me. Like, as long as we're good, like, then I'm good. All the people in front of me.
Yeah.
Anyone behind me, like, not I don't care, but like,
I don't see the sides. There'll be hundreds of people on each side.
Yeah, like, do you guys ever like? Actually, no, you couldn't even.
I don't see one face.
Literally.
I don't see
That's
one.
Crazy.
I could go like that, but the camera will catch my eyes drifting. Like, you know what I mean?
And is that bad? Like, if you guys were to like turn around or do anything?
It's like, do you know what they say? All you have to do is walk.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind. I just have to walk. If I'm looking around for celebrities or like, you know what I mean, then I'm not doing my job. I'm not being professional.
Yeah.
And they'll be around and afterwards and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you kind of just have to follow the pace of who's in front of you. Look at the camera straight ahead, and then it's gone like that. If we were like 1 minute.
Nah, literally, it goes just like that. Like anticipation and build up before it, and then when you actually do it, it's just like.
Yeah, man, I want to go again, huh?
Yeah.
So far, what would you guys say has been your best experience with modelling? In modelling, sorry.
Oh, mate.
What you go first? You go first. I'm thinking.
They put me in a red carpet. GQ, Men of the Year awards. I didn't win the awards, you know, but you kind of just got paid to be there, and you're seeing celebrities you listen to, you watch on movies.
Yeah, I say so Stormzy there, isn't it?
Yeah, tall guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Very tall.
You know what I mean? That guy's giant, but definitely has to be a red carpet for me because it was like I didn't even in this job I would have thought. Well, how would I end up on a red carpet? Or I would have never really thought I would be on it.
I mean, for me, I'd probably say my first campaign really, because like I remember when I got the call from my agent confirming me for that job, like the money I received from that job as well, like. I was not going mad, obviously, but I was like, right, like, I've never seen that red. Obviously, now it's normal. But yeah, obviously, that went on billboards and whatnot. And I hadn't told anyone before that I was a model either, because it was like a 6-month period where I wasn't doing any jobs or whatever when I first started. And obviously, it came out, people started sending it to me, and like, people were I didn't think people were not going to be supportive of it, but like, I didn't want to tell people I was a model and have nothing to show for it. So when it came out, it's like a good feeling, isn't it?
I was different on the other hand. As soon as I signed that contract, I said, take a picture, innit? I had it in my hand. I'm not going to lie, I had it in my hand. I failed my GCSEs that summer, so actually, I think, I just started college and I got scouted in the summer after GCSEs. So I was like, I'm a success, innit? I'm doing something, right?
100.
But, yeah, a lot of people tend to show you love it's good, I guess.
No, definitely.
Sometimes it don't feel real, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Did you get scouted like in the streets as well?
Yeah, I was in Brixton. I'm not gonna lie. Brixton Young Thug concert. Some bookie tickets, I'm not gonna lie. I went to the front of the line. They said this ticket has been refunded. I was like, yeah. There was a whole line of people behind me.
Yeah.
So I just stepped out of the line, and then the scout just said, have you thought about modelling? And I was like, you know, I watch TV. I'm not into this scam. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna charge me a fee.
No, literally.
I'm not into that. But he just whipped out his phone straight away and showed me the Instagram. I think at the time I had like 800,000 followers. So I'm like, it's enough for me to listen, innit? I chilled around for a bit. I lost the card. I saw him again. He gave me another card, and then I made the meeting the next week.
Was it similar for you as well?
Yeah, a guy approached me, was walking through my area, asked if I was interested in modelling. Obviously, for me, that wasn't really something a lot of people around me were doing, or like I didn't know much about it. So I was like, nah. Obviously, he was like to me, take my email, whatever. And I did, and then eventually I was like, you know, I might as well just see what it's saying. So I emailed him, went in for a meeting, and then, yeah, from there on.
A fancy office, innit? You're just like, us.
Literally.
Maybe this is real, innit?
Literally.
So what do you guys think about the statement that models are conventionally attractive? Do you guys agree or disagree?
I'll say that in school, I was the lanky, skinny, awkwardly tall guy until it's your profession. I would say yes, but you either look good because you look like a model, or people say you look good because you are a model. So even if you look a bit funny, you're still gonna,
Because you're a model.
you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you're a model, you get paid for your look, so regardless, no one could really say anything, you know? So you're good regardless.
Do you think it's the same with girls as well?
Yeah,
I
why
feel
not?
like with boys, it's like, yeah, if someone says, yeah, like, you look good because you're a model, like, that makes sense. But, like, not that you can't say that to a girl, but it's like, I feel like boys are more, like, picky, so they won't tell a girl, oh, yeah, you look good because you're a model, unless if she looks like she's a 10 out of 10 looking girl, if that makes sense.
So we're in the generation of thick thighs, isn't it? And the industry we're in is very slim.
No, that's what I was about
You know what I mean?
Like, a lot of the female models I meet like aren't necessarily my type, so they might be attracted to whoever, but to me,
I'm not gonna lie. I grown to love models. I'm not gonna lie.
fair enough.
I don't know what it is, but yeah. But see the way our generation is, they like the big bums and all of that stuff. But I would say if a guy saw a girl that works with Chanel or something, they're gonna believe that she's beautiful because of that. You know what I mean? And she would have been beautiful, of course. But yeah.
Fair enough. Anyways, do you guys think there's a difference between editorial modelling and what is the other one? Commercial modelling?
Yeah.
As in, like, look-wise, like the models.
Yeah.
Because obviously I know there's a difference because it's two different things.
See those good-looking guys in school?
Yeah.
That's for them.
The commercial,
throw
yeah.
them in there, you know. I've been told by my agent I have like a high fashion and commercial look. So sometimes you could just do both.
Yeah.
But you could be shorter, you could be more stronger, bodybuilder type look. If you went commercial way, definitely there's a lot more range in commercial.
Oh. So would you guys say that the industry is racially diverse? Like, is it enough in your opinion?
I think there's a lot more black models now, a lot more black faces, but I still think there could be a lot more black faces, you know? What about you?
I mean, it depends on the jobs, but obviously, for me, my experience is like mainly Burberry, and Burberry did have like quite a few black guys, so for me, like, I didn't really feel out of place. Whereas I have been to other jobs though, or like castings, and it's just like bare white people, and yeah. So I mean, there's both sides to it, but then again, I do feel like some brands like are, and obviously some aren't. So it's just 50-50 in my opinion. But yeah, there could be a lot more than there currently are.
But like, not only with the models though, like also with like, you know, with the stylists, the hairdressers, the people behind.
When I worked with Dior, they had black hairdressers. They had the guy from Ends to cut, like literally from London, to cut black people's hair.
Okay.
But you could definitely go to a shoot. There's been times where they just literally fluffed up my hair and said, yeah, you're good to go, innit? And that's my bedhead, mate. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So,
do you ever like say it that you don't like it, like that's not gonna work out, or do you just have to go with it?
if it's what do you mean? If there's a shoot and they give me a certain hairstyle?
No, not. Well, obviously no, because obviously that's the hairstyle that they want for whatever you're about to do. But like, if they're trying to like handle your hair or whatever, and they're just not doing it the right way or something.
I'm here to do a job, innit? And if I don't like my hair, the way it's done, or the way they have done it, maybe they're not too familiar with Afro hair, I kind of just like let it slide. I don't even mention it. I don't even talk about it. Like
But don't you feel like maybe you should? Because it's like, do you know this model called Leomi Anderson?
Does she have a like tracksuit company, clothing company, and that?
I would not be able to tell you, but she's just a black model, and she made this TikTok video about when she went on. I think she was doing a show, and the people that like the makeup artist wasn't able to like do her makeup properly or nothing.
I'll say that's gone better though. You know, I don't disagree. I would say there's so much more improvement that they need to do, but Fenty came out. You know what I mean? I'm not sure when that happened to her. But I would say when it comes to hair, the reason why I can't speak on it and just let it slide is I usually just do it before it, just in case, you know. And with women, it's so much different. There's so much more you have to do with the hair.
Yeah.
And especially it goes down to hair textures. And my hair, it's not the...
It's not 4C.
Yeah, it's not 4C, you know. There's not... So it's like... If I make sure I do it before it, I don't even have to have that conversation, you know. So I don't have too much experience in that.
Have you ever gotten your hair straightened for a job?
No, I want to, but I want to look like a pimp, you know what I mean? I want to look like Cat Williams or something like. I'm telling you, I want to see it. I want to try it all.
Yeah.
I want finger coils as well. I want a lot without paying for it, you know what I mean? Just let's see how it looks.
Yeah.
I think I'll look like a madman coming out of this shoot, but while I'm in it, I think I'll enjoy it.
Fair enough. And what about emails? Would you ever like consider growing out your hair?
I mean, I feel like at jobs they just like, because of how my hair is now, that's kind of how they like it. So if I tried to grow it out at jobs, they would just tell me to cut it or try and cut it.
But then, what if you actually want to grow out your hair and you don't want to?
Then I can't work. Unless the brand wants me like how I am, then if they want to cut it, then I just can't work.
Oh, fair enough.
Depends, you know. It depends, because it may look even better than what they expected, you know what I mean? Or your agent could be like, oh, we don't want you to cut your hair. But at the end of the day, there's nothing they could actually do about it if you grew it out. And your look is still your look with just a different hairstyle, you know. If you wanted braids or plaits, I think that would go out well. But you got that Burberry look right now, you know, the short hair, the waves. I feel it.
So what do you guys think about the beauty standard being based on white Eurocentrism? Because me personally, I feel like when it comes to like models, even though like there may be more black models, I feel like even though they are black, they're not like your typical black person. Actually, no. They're not like, they don't have like black features, if that makes sense. Like,
I don't know, you know, because in the industry I've seen...
Like me, I've never seen it. Like when I see... when I'm on like brands' pages and I'm just looking at models, not even looking at models, but I'm just looking, And I see models, like, I've never seen someone that probably looks like me, if that makes sense. Not colour-wise, obviously, but feature-wise.
Yeah, I'll say there's so much different looks in the industry, you know. There's so much more we can do. We as not an I, because I do not employ, you know what I mean? But there's so much more in the industry they can do. You kind of have to start off in movies, start off in shows, you know. I feel like everybody watches movies and shows. There's only a core audience for fashion alone, these fashion shows, these magazines, this blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I feel like they have to start up there.
That's the root.
As male models, do you guys think you face similar challenges as female models?
No, absolutely not.
Slightest.
They got so much. They got much more harder job. I believe I heard something like they get paid double to quadruple than us. They get.
Oh, is it?
They have to wear heels on the runway. They have to. Like, as a guy, I got so much model friends, and not one of them has ever been up to me and said, "Oh yeah, you know, my agent told me to watch my weight," or anything like that. You know.
Oh, so that doesn't happen for you guys?
Not really that much as guys. There's definitely one person that came up to me and was like, "Oh yeah, they said I was getting a bit bigger," but because he kept going to the gym, you know, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But they also have more competition. So the stereotype for guys is we're just happy to be there, man.
No, for real.
You know.
But like, so say you're skinny, okay, yeah, because high-end fashion models, like, whatever, yeah, like you guys type of models, if that makes sense.
Slimmer or slightly built, yeah.
Yeah.
Like muscly or that's a bit slimmer.
Like slim models.
Yeah.
Are you guys not like allowed to get bigger, as in like go
It's not in my
gym
contract.
and
Yeah, like do what you want, but obviously it's just about the brands that you work with.
More about your clients, innit?
Yeah.
All different clients have different looks. You go to a brand and you see they have similar boys, similar looking guys. Like Celine might want a skinny model, same with Saint Laurent,
yeah.
and Burberry might want a more muscly model, but still slim. So it's like, yeah, there's. It depends what you want to go into and what you want to stay in and what's your type of clients. You know, I don't gain weight. I'll be honest. It's just my East African genetics. It just don't put it on me. So I never really had the issue.
Oh, so like not a lot goes into like you guys having to look after yourself, if that makes sense.
I try to look after my skin.
No, like, oh, okay, cool. So that's like the main thing for you.
Yeah, but I don't. Do you break out?
No.
I don't really break out. You know, East African. I'm gonna say Somalis. I'm gonna put it on them. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But yeah, when it comes to my body, I would like to go into the gym, but it's so much effort, innit? Like, I'll be real. It'd be nice to have abs. You know, I get started and jump off at like 2 months, but I don't really have to reach a body expectation. You know.
Oh, and say like you guys are going for like a casting or a job actually, so like you already got, yeah, and like I don't know, you wake up and you just have a spot on your face. Would that affect like
hair and makeup?
Yeah.
They do your hair and makeup when you go to the shop. So.
Oh.
It has to be very extreme. Like you woke up with
to fully break out.
Like
spots all over
like
your face
real acne. Like
in that case, would they just send you home or something?
What, like surgery acne? You know, like the very intense acne that.
Yeah, like if you turn up to a job
how can
looking
you just
like
wake up that day like that?
You know,
day,
maybe you have like a what do you call it?
Like years of
allergic
developing.
reaction or something.
I mean, then you can't do it. You know, if I get a scar on my face that don't particularly look cool, I got a scar on my eyebrow and it's never been an issue for me. But like if I get a new cut or a black eye. Or they can't really they can't really do their job and I can't really do mine.
Oh, and like regarding you guys like wearing makeup, how heavy is it?
It's the same. For one, not all shoots wear makeup. Some shoots they don't even do your hair. And then the others, it will be majority of the time it's very light. It's more like you're a reporter.
Just
actor.
for the lighting and whatnot. Like,
Yeah,
it's
so
not
the light don't beam off your forehead. It really don't change your looks. But there are a lot of runways where they kind of have the you know, everything included.
Oh. So, like, you know when you guys attend castings, yeah? Like, have you guys ever... Well, I'm assuming that you have, like, you attended a casting and obviously you didn't get the job. Has that happened?
That's majority of the time.
Usually.
Oh, okay. So, like, would you say that... Well, maybe not with you guys. Or you can say if it has. But, like, can that affect, like, your mental health or, like, just decrease your confidence?
I mean, if someone's going to castings every day for 3-4 months and they're not booking jobs, then I feel like that probably would affect their mental health and confidence. But if it's just
season,
where you're not booking jobs, then
it's usually just a week of castings for fashion season and then a week of fashion week, you know. But I would say we're in the business of rejection.
No, 100%.
You know, if you don't have a thick skin, maybe it is. You could work on it, or maybe it's just not the career, and I understand. But as soon as you realise, there's nothing to do on us. No, nothing to do. But they're not saying we're ugly. We just don't fit that particular show.
They want what they want.
You know what I mean? Like,
they know what they want.
In the business of rejection, and I think it helps more than it. For me, it helps more than it. It helps my mental.
You think? How? Like, does it make you stronger?
Yeah, it's like, how can you fear something that keeps on happening, you know? In my industry, you could go to 5 castings and get 1. You could go to 10 castings and get 1.
Yeah.
You could go to... you could do a London... I done a casting run for Fashion Week, and I didn't get nothing in the London, like, maybe like a year and a half ago too. And it's like, all right, cool. When something actually comes, it feels great. So it's like talking to a girl. You get rejected, you know what to not do, or you know, you don't let it get to you. You kind of just, the fear has gone away, you know.
Oh, but I feel like that's different.
Why?
Because when you're talking to a girl, like, she's not talking to you because, like, you're not.
I would say their rejection is much more worse because they're telling you they don't like you, innit?
Like girls.
Yeah,
exactly. I feel like with modelling, like there's a reason, so maybe you're just not fit for the job or whatever. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
So it's probably not that deep. Because I thought it was similar. So like, you getting rejected by a job is not rejected, but
they don't like stare at you thoroughly.
Yes,
you know what I mean? 9 out of 10 times they're like, this guy, I don't know, man. Something about his face, man, and we don't like it, man. Let's just run it. It's never like that, really. Oh, you know what I mean? It's just not like that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
You know what I mean? Oh, he got stupid eyebrows, mate. Well, it just don't work like that.
Oh.
A lot of the time they got 30, 50, 100 cards, and the chances of you getting that particular job, you know what I mean? It's not impossible whatsoever, but it's just not 100%. So it's not really rejection, you know. It would be worse in a job interview, like you were face to face, like you gave him your CV, like.
But like, you know, when it comes to castings, do you guys choose like where you're going, or is it your agents? Or
my agent gives me a casting or tells me a brand wants me, like, for a casting with me, and obviously I can just evaluate if it's worth my time or not. Like the money, more time you don't know how much you're gonna get paid from the job before the casting, but like the brand, where it is, like, if it's across London and I see the brand and it's not really something I want to do, I'll just be like,
because I thought it was like, do you guys know how agency jobs work?
Yeah.
Agency as in like not agency.
Yeah, just normal job agency. I think they just tell you, are you available?
No, like sometimes there's one where like you just go like on the website and then you just look at different jobs and then you just pick which one you want to go to. I thought that's how it was with castings.
Oh no, that would be like, I want to do Burberry.
I really thought that's how it was. Like, you know, with the way that you're with Burberry, I thought you used to always work with them. As in, like, I didn't know that it was
So, which is better because they chose you.
Yeah.
The thing with that is, even Burberry, I went there February 2021 for a casting, and it was for like I can't remember what it was for, but a campaign or something. But I didn't get it, and then there was the second casting in June. I think I told you, like, I had training or something over the casting. I was like, I've been there before. I didn't get it. Like, there's no point in going again. You was like, might as well just go. see like, what happened. So I went, and obviously I walked in front of Ricardo, who was the creative director at the time, and then like he saw my look, he liked it, and then from there, I was a Burberry boy. So it's just literally about circumstance and who's there and
right time, right place.
Literally.
I feel that.
If I didn't go to that second casting, who knows where I'd be right now. So
Okay, so do you guys know the YouTube channel Vice?
Yes.
Have you guys seen the video about the guy? He's a model. I think he used to be, because I don't think he is anymore. And he was saying how he's been sexually abused and stuff like that.
I haven't seen it, but I can imagine that happening.
Oh, is it?
Definitely, yeah.
I think I did see it actually, and yeah, what he said not necessarily didn't like surprise. I wasn't shocked by it, but like I haven't experienced. I don't know anyone who's experienced anything like that in the industry.
So, long term, do you guys see yourself like carrying on being a model and actually make that like your full-time living, if that makes sense?
For me personally, I plan to do it for as long as I can, because as I've said, for me, like from my experience, it's been like a way of making easier money. Like there's a lot of harder jobs out there. So for me personally, I want to continue it for as long as I can, and then obviously once my time's up, I want to have made enough money from it to like invest in something else or like go down a different avenue. And yeah, I don't really want to have to work for anyone. That kind of like being able to work for myself.
It's not when you want to finish. It's when your face tells you, that you're aging or I may no longer have a high fashion body, but I would do it as long as I can. I would say like when my face decides to stop modeling, it will stop doing it. It will age. My father has good baby face genetics, so hopefully I could go as long. Maybe I'll become a Gillette model, beef up a bit. You know what I mean? But long term, I'll probably there's passionate moments I have in modeling, but it isn't a passion of mine. You know?
So what would you be doing if, like, you could, I guess?
I love stand-up. I love stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy?
Yeah, it's when they stand up and they do comedy.
Ha ha
ha. You were staring at me like you didn't know what it was.
No, like, is it like them shows, like when people are in shows and then they're doing comedy?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that what stand-up comedy is?
Yes.
You stand on a stage and you're just like,
on
the spot basically.
You never listen to Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle.
I just know comedy and I didn't know about stand-up. Yeah. So wait, what, are you funny then?
I would like to think so. You guys laughed a couple times today.
It's kind of funny. Quite funny.
I don't think it was because... I think it was just because of what was being discussed. Okay.
Nah, I would say it's much more different.
Can you say a joke?
No. You did not pay me. I would say it's much more... Stand-up comedy is the art form, innit? You write your jokes. You have to write a story.
So, like, can you actually do that?
Yeah. I haven't been on the stage. I'm writing currently. Like, yeah, right now I'm just trying to learn the craft. It's one of the hardest you could ever do. You have to be in a room, in a certain location, and say a joke. It could be 10 minutes. It could be an hour long. You have to make the whole room laugh continuously. And if you're in Birmingham, you have to say the jokes, their type of jokes. And if you're in London, you have to... So it's just something I'm trying to perfect. And it's going to take some time. I like doing art as well. Spray painting on canvas. I like designing clothes. I would love to spend the rest of my life doing those type of things. And modelling is a good way to start off your 20s, mid-20s, stuff like that. How about you? Oh yeah, you did.
Well, you know, through modelling, do you think you can get into...
No, but my question is, like, what else do you like to do apart from modelling? Like, what's your thing?
I don't know.
Would you go back to athletics?
I want to, but I don't really.
So much training, innit?
Yes, it's a lot of work, and obviously, as I said, modelling's
chilled out,
easier work, and easier money. Whereas with athletics, it's like you don't really get paid unless you're at the top. So
I mean, it's a process, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like if I'm in something where I make good money already, and I don't have to do a lot of work.
What about acting? You got an actor face, innit?
You know, I've thought about that, but like I wouldn't go.
You didn't agree. Why didn't you agree?
I mean, he's a model, so I guess so.
Like, if I got like a big acting role, then I'd think about it. But I wouldn't be just like doing.
Do you think you'll be good at
videos.
acting?
Probably.
I can't imagine you doing acting.
I don't know.
Funny.
Depends on if the role is something like I can relate to or like.
You saying Top Boy?
Yeah, like.
Messing around. Wait, you know with modeling as well, yeah. Do you think shy people can get into it?
I'm a shy person.
Yeah. You just have to get used to it, innit?
comfortable
And also, there's
with
no
the
such thing as being photogenic. Like, do you you take a photo of you right now, it will look bad
No,
if
100%.
it's a bad angle.
No,
You know
but
what I
like,
mean?
no. When I say shy, more of a thing where like, so you see when you have to walk into castings, like you have to walk in front of people. But obviously, if you don't have the confidence to do that because you're shy, then it's like.
I'll say it's
Like,
like,
do you think there's a way to like warm up to it and get into doing that? If that makes sense.
probably just
Or
go
was
into
it?
it, innit?
Yeah, you just have to.
Yeah, it's like
have to
when
get
we
on with
started off this podcast, we had to like do a take or two. You just get into it and then it starts flowing, you know. And the first casting might be terrible and feel weird, and then by like your fifth of the day, you're just trying to go home, innit? So you're just walking out, and you don't even care about it anymore. And
So wait, you go to more than one casting in one day?
yeah,
It's not. Oh, but like, you know when you go to a casting, yeah, do you know what it's for? I feel like I've already
Yeah.
something like that. Oh,
it's
okay.
like they will give you a casting list, maybe for the week. Most likely 2 days in advance of 2 different days.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. I've done one with 7, and you go all over London.
Yeah.
They put you in like Gypsy Hill, South East, and then put you in Hackney. You have to go everywhere on TFL, innit? So
And what happens if you want to end your contract? Can that happen or
yeah,
not?
do it whenever you want. It's in your it's like a job. Give
Oh.
your notice in. It's much more different than a record label contract. It's hard
Oh.
to get out of and all that. Modeling, it's just like, you want to stop? All right.
I would say though, I've heard of someone like who's like been with an agency though, and like actually no, it doesn't really relate to the question. He wanted
Is
to
it
like, move to a
you
different
wanted to
agency,
change it.
and obviously he hadn't like booked any work with the agency, but obviously they built his portfolio, they had shoots and that,
And
so
he
they were
was-
saying
yeah,
you have to
owed
pay
him a
us
bit
that
of
money.
But that's fair though, because it's like on the contract, if you read it, and I read it, innit?
Yeah,
It's like, if we pay for this, and we get you a job, we're going to take it out of. A lot of the times they don't pay for stuff. In the beginning of your career, they're going to have a portfolio, and there won't be a lot of money in my agency that I used to be with in London. If we were like 100, something less than that, and then you get a job and they take it out of it, and then everything else, they just take their 20% normally, you know? But yeah, depends what agency you're in. Some are a bit booky, innit?
And also, say you don't like your agent, can you just change him?
If you don't owe any money, innit? Like you said, innit?
literally.
But yeah, usually 9 out of 10 times, you give them. My old one was, I think it was 90-day advance. So like 3 month advance. I mean notice, my bad. You give them 90-day notice, and then you move.
No, as in like, so it's not a thing where like,
Well, no, okay.
You can't just switch straight away.
But if your agency, if you're talking about your specific agent, like you've got a problem with one agent, then
Yeah.
my agency, there's 3 men's agents. Obviously, if I say to like the main one, I don't like my man, then like they'll just be like, cool, just talk to us two, and then like if he's got a job for you, whatever, it will go through us, or he just won't book me jobs.
Yeah, it would be ideal.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
and
That's
it's like saying you don't like your boss, even though our agent's saying our boss. But it's like saying you don't like your boss, and bring it up to them. It's just it's just
like-
bad for business. I don't know.
so it's not like,
It's like your coworker. Everybody has a coworker they don't like. I don't have one in my agency. But in your day-to-day work, you don't like that coworker and just not mention it. You know.
But yeah, your agents are booking you work, so if you tell them you've got a problem with them, then it's just like they're going to be less likely to want to get you jobs and all of that. So.
I can imagine.
But it goes both ways, innit? Like if they don't like you, you still get them money as well, so they get commissions and that off you. So
Yeah, it's a business at the end of the day.
It works both ways.
Okay. Well, yeah, time to wrap this up, guys. It was nice. Do you guys want to... Actually, I'll just put your socials down in the description box below. Oh, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.